Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. I want to take a quick second, real quick, and thank the channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys more than you know. And also to invite any of you who haven't had the chance yet to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon. It would really help the channel out. Today, I wanted to do kind of a long-term overview assessment, my thoughts on this cold steel Formax. The cold steel Formax is, you guys have seen in my videos, I use it as a comparison knife for size because it is such a big knife. It's made very, very well. And the cold steel Formax is G10, very high quality G10, stainless steel liners and stainless steel lock. You've got this really beefy S35 VN blade that's not only thick, but it utilizes cold steel's triad lock, which makes it extremely durable. The triad lock, as you guys know, has that little tang that goes down into the blade, locking it up against that stock pin, even more so than a back lock. And this guy, as big as it is, drops like a smaller knife. It's drop shutty. You got to be real careful with that. I put my finger up here towards the top of this choil because it allows, when you drop it, for the tang to hit your finger instead of the blade. It's got enough mass that if the blade hits your finger, it would not be fine. But again, the cold steel Formax, why do people need knives this big? Some people, if you're working around a campsite or if you're hard using a knife, I could see how you could use a knife this big. Why I like it and why I enjoy it as much as I do is because it's just so ridiculously large. I think it is a ton of fun. It's not something I'm going to put in my pocket and carry on the daily because when we get to the scale, you'll see. But just to give you an idea how it looks up with the other cold steels in my collection that I really do like and carry quite a bit, this is the Cold Steel 8015, and this is the Cold Steel 8010. So you can tell that the Formax is just kind of a next level up, right? It is just a really nice, large sized, um, beefy folder that you can use, that you can abuse, and it doesn't, it's by no means an inexpensive knife, but you can get this in a Formax Scout, which will give you the same size for a very reasonable price. But just to put it up against a couple of other knives for size comparisons, the Spyderco Shaman and one of my larger Benchmades, the Benchmade Freak. That's how it lines up with the Shaman and the Freak. And then let's look at it next to a large imported knife I have, the Jason Grant Gripper. And let's look at it at a full-sized XM18. Don't have an XM24, but I do have the XM18. Makes both of those knives, by comparison, look a good bit smaller. So guys, where this knife shines for me is it is a very functional, usable, I think brilliantly designed camp knife. It's a great, I wouldn't say a lightweight hiking knife, but if you want to have a big bruiser with you in your pack, it's a great knife to have. I won't call it a fixed blade replacement because I don't believe there is such thing as a fixed blade replacement. However, if you're looking for something that's going to stand up to some of the abuse that you would put a fixed blade through, I feel pretty dang confident that the Cold Steel Formax would be up for that challenge. It is just an absolute beast, but it's done so well with the Stonewashed S35 VN blade, these very well done scales. I believe this pivot is a T10. These body screws are going to be a T6. that kind of sucks. That should be at least T8. But that's just my, my humble opinion. Let's see if this is a T10. Yeah, the pivot's T10. The body screws are unfortunately T6s, but the pocket clip is big and stiff, and it's hard to get in and out of your pocket. You can make it happen if that's something that you just want to have happen. However, like I said, I carry it either in my pack or in a shoulder bag, or keep it somewhere like that. But let's get some dimensions off this beastly 4 Max, and then we will take some dimensions, some thicknesses, and then we'll finally weigh it, and we will see how we wrap it up. So it is 10 inches long. With a 4-inch blade, we'll call it, 4-inch cutting area, right under 6-inch handle. And if you look at the distance from this back area to the front choil, you're right at about 5 1/4. And this interior dimension is going to be 4 1/4. So 5 1/4, 4 1/4. And let's see if we can't. See what our blade stock is here. 0.188, almost 0.19. Up here at the front, 0.17. At the tip, 0.06. The cutting edge, the best I can get down here above this cutting bevel, is 0.0220. Thick blade, but it's a thick knife. So if we were going to look at the handle of this knife, she comes in over a 1/2 inch at 0.6630. I don't know if you guys can read this. 0.6645. Let's see how this big knife cuts paper. I know it's hacked through some bamboo. Guys, this is very slicey for a big, overbuilt knife. Finally, let's get a weight on this big boy, and we will then wrap it up. Because my final thoughts on this is going to be, no, we'll just wait. 10.05 ounces. Actually lighter than I would have thought. But my thoughts on the 4 Max is, I had the 4 Max Scout first, and I found it so ridiculously delightful that when I found this on sale at Midway, I want to say, had this on sale for $1.99, and I couldn't resist it because I love the 4 Max Scout. I gifted it to a brother, and this has been my go-to hacking knife, my go-to overly built obnoxious knife, my go-to comparison knife for size comparisons, and I love it. It's getting ready to go see a good buddy and have some work done on it, on the blade, to get it a little bit more unique. And stay tuned for that, because when it comes back, I will show this off and the other knives that went away. We'll keep it kind of a mystery, because it is super cool what other community members are doing. But guys, most importantly, thank you for coming and watching my content. Thank you for watching my Cold Steel 4 Max video. And thank you all for looking out for the guy or gal to your left. Thank you for looking out for the guy or gal to your right. Thanks for looking out for each other. Please go forward with love in your heart. And when possible, always choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.